Dozen of Facebook employees challenge intolerant liberal culture. Oh boy. Facebook's having a little bit of a PR problem, a little bit of a internal dispute going at the moment. That mixed with Trump saying this at the rally yesterday or the day before.
Getting things passed, but it was great. We had great help by the Republicans in Congress. We had virtually no help by the Democrats. Very importantly, my administration is also standing up for the free speech rights of all Americans, free speech rights. Look at social media. It's a thing called free speech rights. You look at Google, Facebook, Twitter, and other social media giants, and I've made it clear that we as a country cannot tolerate political censorship, blacklisting, and rigged search results. And you know it can go the other way also. We will not let large corporations silence conservative voices. And it can go the other way too someday. It can play little tricks with them. We're not going to let them control what we can and cannot see, read, and learn from. We can't do that. America is a free country, and we are going to stay always a free country. We're defending American values.
So yeah, Facebook's having a little bit of a crisis. Last thing they possibly need is a civil war of sorts internally. But it appears that they're going to have that as well. Look, obviously this would be good for the company. If we could get this to happen on YouTube as well, that would be great. But obviously, look, at the end of the day, I'm keen to see what Trump is planning on doing. But at the meantime, this could really get the discussion going. So let's jump into the debate or the topic or the story. A senior Facebook engineer called out what he terms the company's political monoculture in an internal message board post, prompting over 100 fellow employees to join a group advocating for political diversity. This is not going to go well for the Facebook, is it? A group represents less than 0.5% of the social media giant's workforce, so obviously no real big numbers, but it's a start. And members aren't necessarily even conservative. No, that's true. But they said they are fed up with the way the co-workers who don't toe the liberal line are treated. And look, at the end of the day, you don't have to be conservative to join this group. You don't have to be conservative to sit there and say that you want diversity of opinion, or that you want to have a debate. That in itself is a very liberal view. So yeah, I'm not surprised they're not all conservative, and I didn't expect them to be honest, but let's keep going. We are a political monoculture that's intolerant to different views. Brian Amiga, a senior Facebook engineer, wrote in a 20 August post titled, "We have a problem with political diversity," that was leaked to the New York Times. We claim to welcome all perspectives, but are quick to attack, often in mobs, anyone who presents a view that appears to be in a position to the opposition to the left-leaning ideology. Since the post went up, over 100 employees have joined a group called Facebookers for Political Diversity, although other Facebook employees reportedly complained that the group's online posts were offensive to minorities. Oh, God, boy, really? A source with knowledge of the situation told Fox News the group's intent is to be a constructive space and includes people on the left and right. Facebook employs over 25,000 people, and like most Silicon Valley companies, is seen as having a liberal culture. And many of the companies announced that former Arizona Senator John Kai, I'm mispronouncing, a Republican, would lead an inquiry into allegations of anti-conservative bias at the social network. The memo cites a range of concerns, including the removal of posters welcoming supporters of President Trump, the efforts to get Trump supporter Peter Teft removed from Facebook board, and the fact that All Lives Matter is a fireable offense, holy dooly, and an Amaj himself being called a transphobe for calling Facebook's corporate art political radical. A source familiar with the incident said Facebook's culture is open and that employees are encouraged to communicate freely in any of the tens of thousands of internal groups. On day one of the Facebook's new hire orientation in Malloy Park, everyone hears from our Chief Diversity Officer about the importance of diversity and how to have a respectful conversation with people who have different viewpoints, Bernie Thompson, a Facebook spokesman, told Fox News. So they're trying to indoctrinate you from day one. CEO Mark Zuckerberg publicly defended that last year, and in a response to lawmakers' questions about the alleged anti-conservative bias, he said Facebook wants to be a platform for all ideas. There's a difference between saying that and actually doing it, though. Amiro's memo comes at a time when Zuckerberg's company is facing scrutiny on a number of fronts. From the spread of misinformation on its platform by Russia to the proliferation of hate speech and the accusations that it censored content from conservatives, Facebook has been under fire for much of the last 2 years. This latest incident comes amidst President Trump's war of words against Google, Facebook, and Twitter for allegedly being biased against conservatives, telling them this week to be careful and saying they are taking advantage of people. Google said in a previous statement that its search engine is not used to set political agenda. Okay, sure, whatever. And the company doesn't bias results towards any political ideology. And everybody that heard that statement cracked up laughing. However, the search engine is being sued from former employee James Damore, who was fired after writing a memo that criticized Google's diversity efforts. Damore filed a class action lawsuit against the tech giant in January and told Fox Business that Google engages in harassment and career sabotage of anyone that expresses a conservative viewpoint, and there's a constant shaming and attacks against white men within Silicon Valley. The dispute over politics arose a week before Facebook Chief Operating Officer Sheryl Sandberg is due to testify at a Senate hearing about social media manipulation in elections. Amid, who has worked at Facebook for more than 6 years, believes in objectivism, and Ran, I might be mispronouncing, philosopher, system influencer, libertarian, that, among other tenets, says the moral purpose of one's life is the pursuit of one's own happiness, that individual rights must be respected, and that capitalism is only moral social system. Oh boy, he's really not going to be popular, is he? Fox News reached out to Amit for comment and will update the show as needed. The memo concluded that suggesting that all colleagues use the new Facebook group as a space where employees can discuss marketing the tech behemoth more tolerant and active-minded about different political and ideological perspectives. So look, at the end of the day, what's my takeaway from this? I'm glad that 100 of them have gone through and done this. It's a small number, sure. It's only a less than 0.5% of the people that work there, but it's a start. And that's obviously a great thing. Hopefully this will filter out, more people will join, and it will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and hopefully they can have a proactive discussion. Look, at the end of the day, I don't care if someone's a libertarian or a conservative. I don't care if someone's a socialist or alt-right, for example. At the end of the day, I think all people should be able to have or say what they want to say. And then you challenge their ideas, no matter how good or bad they may be, in a public debate. And that's how society works. So look, at the end of the day, I'm glad that Facebook is going through and doing this. I'm glad that people are pushing back on the liberal culture at the actual business or at the tech giant. And look, obviously we'll have to see what Trump does regarding Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Personally, I would like him to extend the First Amendment to the digital space as well. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think anything good will come out of this? Do you think this is not going to achieve anything? Do you think there'll be any difference? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously these videos have been helpful. Please smack a like. If you're new, channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.